Good morning. For all who are here with us at our headquarters, as well as you who are able to join us online, welcome to the Miroku Association Paradise on Earth service, combined with our monthly appreciation service. We are here today to express our gratitude to God and Meishu Sama for the protection, help, and countless blessings we have received this past month, and to ask permission to serve the divine plan for this coming month. We will begin our service today with the presentation of offerings to God. Please remain seated and pray along silently for the opening prayer.
Great God of light, with our deepest respect, we have gathered here at the Miroku Association headquarters to celebrate our paradise on earth, combined with our monthly appreciation service. We humbly offer you our prayers of praise, appreciation for protection, help, and the countless blessings we have received this past month, and to ask for permission, guidance, and inspiration to serve in your divine work of the construction of paradise on earth. Please accept the materialization of our gratitude through our in-person and virtual presence, our monetary offerings, and by guiding our relatives and friends. Please give us the strength and wisdom to practice this year's guidelines in our everyday life, while renewing our faith and celebrating 90 years since the birth of our church and the 70 years of Meishu Sama's ascension. Let us expand our practices of faith by intensifying our dedications to the practice of Jorei, participating in prayer services, offering donations of gratitude, and guiding individuals capable of overcoming purification as well as living in accordance with the daylight age. May we receive greater light and spiritual strength to realize Meishu Sama's ideals in our hearts, our homes, and our communities, so we become effective instruments of your divine light to bring happiness to everyone around us. Please allow us to spread the desire to create paradise on earth to all of North America. May the new age of happiness and everlasting peace, where love, goodwill, and understanding prevail, soon become a reality.
We will now present the pine branch offerings, symbolizing our gratitude for our shelter and clothing. The first pine branch will be offered by the president of the Miroco Association, Reverend Marco Negrão. Representing all participants, Anselma Rodrigues and Gleison Baroni. Please stand and join in the bows and claps. Please join us for the Amatsu Norito, the prayer of heaven, followed by the prayer for paradise on earth.
Taka amahara ni kamuzumarimasu. Amuro gitamuro mino mikoto mochite. Sume miroya kamuri sanagi no mikoto. Tsutoshi no himuka no tachihana no. Odo no haragi harani, nisogi harai kamo, toki ni harimaseru, harai dono kamitachi, moro moro no magagoto sumike gareo. Harai tamae kirome tamae tomao sukoto no yoshio. Amatsu kami kunitsu kami yao yorosu no kami tachi tomori. Ame no fuji komano mimi kurita fete. Hikoshi meseto, kashikomi mo maosu. Miroku o mikami mamori tamae saki hae tamae. Miroku o mikami kami, mamori tamae, saki ae tamae. Oshie mio ya nushi no kami, mamori tamae, saki ae tamae. Oshie mio ya nushi no kami, mamori tamae, saki ae tamae. Nagara tamashi haemase, Nagara tamashi haemase. Indeed, brethren, we acknowledge the fact that the great God of light has here and will continue to appear on earth in many different manifestations in order to fulfill his plan of establishing paradise on earth. God will dispel all of the earth's spiritual clouds, will cleanse all the sins and impurities from both the spiritual and the physical realms, and will bring about the ideal world of paradise on earth, one filled with light, everlasting joy, and happiness everywhere. Lord, all humanity and every living creature has longed for throughout the ages. In his paradise, there will be perfect weather all year round, with a gentle breeze blowing every 5th day, and rain falling every 10th day, without storms of any kind. Because of God's boundless love, all evil spirits and misguided ones will realize their mistakes and submit themselves to divine rule. All bad practices will cease, and all wrong laws will be corrected, because negative forces will be awakened to truth and released from their attachment and undue desires. All forces of light will be able to fulfill their missions unhampered. Even nature itself, its mountains, rivers, and foliage, will be influenced by the love of God. All life, birds, animals, fish, and insects will have their rightful places and will enjoy their individual lives. Such is the spirit of the true ideal world. In the sky overhead, birds of heaven will be seen flying, and auspicious clouds will float along, portending happy events. On earth, countless beautiful flowers will fill the air with their lovely fragrance. Holy sanctuaries of the God of light, in the sacred grounds, will be soaring into the sky, and countless magnificent miracle centers and stately homes of light will fill all the towns on earth with their golden tiled roofs glittering in the sun. This is truly the picture of paradise on earth. Everyone will have bountiful harvests, and their storehouses will be full of grains. Fish are caught in abundance. Happy voices will be heard everywhere, and everyone will enjoy life to the fullest. Boundaries between countries will disappear. Enmities between races and all conflicts will vanish like bad dreams. All people on earth will become one under the rule of the great God of light. All will be embraced in God's loving arms. In our daily work and livelihood, we will be guided by God's intelligence and wisdom. We will all enjoy prosperity by doing good deeds, helping others, and accumulating virtue. without needing to rely on medicine, we will be blessed with health and longevity. O God, please bless us with your great love and boundless benevolence, and help us to live in accordance with your will. We pray from our inmost hearts that paradise on earth may be a reality. Great God of light, protect us and bless us with supreme happiness. Our founding spiritual Father, Nation Summit, protect us and bless us with supreme happiness. In accordance with your will, radiate our souls with your divine light.
Please be seated. We will now receive Group Jore.
e agradecer a Deus.
Your Ray is now concluded. We will now have the Ohikari Sacred Focal Point presentation to Blanca Esther Verano Loza. Let us listen to a teaching of Meishu Sama.
A way to live. Priceless are those who always think of the welfare of others and pray for all the world. Those who forget their own interests and uphold what is right and just are the strongest, bravest people in the world. Narrow-minded are those who boast and make a great show of their merits and achievements. Since my early years, I have loved to make others happy, so much so that it has become almost my favorite pastime. My thoughts are always centered on how I can help others to become truly happy. I believe one of the things that helps me most in being able to enjoy the happiness I feel today is this mental attitude. For this reason, I continue to say and write, unless we make others happy, we ourselves can never become truly happy. I am sure that the greatest goal of our mission, the realization of paradise on earth, can be attained when this way of thinking has spread and all is shared by all people on earth.
We will now have greetings from the President of Miroco Association, Reverend Marco Negrão.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Paradise on Earth celebration. First of all, I'd like to express my heartfelt gratitude for your participation in today's service, whether it be in person or online, and the continued engagement in our practice of faith, centered on Jode and the study of Meishu Sama's teaching, the divine writings as revealed by Meishu Sama, and also the wonders that the teachings gives us brings us inspiration and elevating our spirits. Today, we are pleased to welcome Boston members. Came all the way from Boston. Thank you. And they are all led by Minister Guilherme de Souza. We also today had the Hikari presentation to Blanca Verano. So congratulations. And so success in your mission. Spread the light. Okay? Thank you. Also from Boston, Minister Vania Dupre is with us, and I would like her to invite her to share her experiences. I'll be interviewing. No, we have your.
Well, there's that mic.
I'd like to monopolize. Well, you can take some first.
Get closer.
Yeah, can go. So, Ms. Abana, first, members from California, where she served before, and also from Boston area, where she is right now, probably have heard of her experiences. But here, not so many of us know some details about her life. That's why I invite her to share a little bit of what she's been going through. First, how did you become a member? What was the story of your life?
Yeah, this is more like about me kind of thing. So yeah, I became a member through my mother. I was a very Catholic member, going to practices but my mom was going through a purification divorce, and I saw the change Jorei did to her, and then I thought, oh my God, this is something. So I started receiving Jorei, and the desire to do to others what was done to me was the reason that I became a member of our movement.
As a teenager, were you a troublemaker?
No, I never left my.
So we had different stories. Okay, very good, very good. So, yes, okay, good, pass. Ms. Avanya is part of the very first female training program. Before, where only boys young men were allowed to do the training, and she became part of the first training. How was this process? How you were invited?
So by the way, it's on the 12th. The seminary training program is back full force.
Uh-huh.
We started the new group recently. So it was the first group. I would go to the center just to give Jorei, give service.
Mhm.
And I was there. I was not a troublemaker, so I was there quietly, like Pietra or Austin, very quiet. And one day during a service, the minister said, "Oh, there's a group." They started the first female group of girls that would to join and become ministers. I heard that and I thought, oh, interesting. I was finishing college then. Oh, that's interesting. I went back to the Jury Center and there was a Reverend Takama who's now in Chile. Yeah. He said, Evelyn, would you like to join? I said, why not? Yeah, sure. But I really didn't have any hope. I didn't think that I would be. I was just a member for 3 years. And in my group, Reverend Guilherme was in my group. Members that were dedicated forever, all their lives. Some of the girls could speak Japanese and all. So I thought, it's a good experience. I'll go to the headquarters in São Paulo, meet everyone, and maybe from then on I will dedicate more and more service. But then, yeah, I got it.
But now I got confused because so there was a group of female trainees, and Mr. Guilherme was in your group.
So that's the boys.
There were two groups, the boys group. Okay.
Contemporary, your peers. He was on the center. His group
I
was
knew
the
that you
13.
would appreciate
Mine
some
was
clarification.
the 13.
All right. Now, Ms. Vanya, she graduated from Tsukuba University when she was in training in Japan. So Tsukuba University is a top university over there. And what was your specialty, or what course did you?
Linguistics. So I graduated linguistics in Brazil, and during the training in Atami Sacred Grounds, I was doing well in Japanese, like any of us. And the teacher said, "Oh, would you like to continue and go to undergrad school then, or grad school?" And then I said, "Okay." It was always like okay, yeah, okay.
Whatever.
This, okay. So when we are young, we're very flexible. So what? So yeah, I went and got in.
You see how humble she is because she was saying, "Yeah, I mean, we're all doing good in Japanese." So her levels were like this.
That's not
The
true.
rest of us like this. So that's why she was invited. And then you have your family. Please share about your beautiful
So
family.
yeah, and then I went to school at university, and there my husband was also doing grad school, and same. He spoke Portuguese already. He's from Belgium.
Was
has
he
been
doing
here-
linguistics too?
No, he was doing engineering,
Ah.
and all in English.
Mhm.
Yeah, and many of you have met people in Boston know my husband, my kids here. So I met him there, and then yeah, we started dating, and we got married. And he finished grad school. He was sent to Switzerland, and then I met him there. I finished grad school, went to meet him there. We got married, Brussels. Then we moved to Chile, where my first son was born. Simon, maybe some of you know him. He has been here. So he's in Brazil today, and so Simon was born there in Chile. And then we moved here again. My husband's work. He was working at Yahoo. Who remembers Yahoo? Right? Back then. Yeah.
He's still strong in Japan.
Yeah, it's still a big thing in Japan. So yeah, we moved here for Yahoo, his work, and that's how we went to California.
So many countries now even lost, right? Born in Brazil, went to Japan, Switzerland, Chile, and
It's
then
more his
went to
side. His
Belgium.
family is more a traveler. So yeah, I was tagging along.
Tagging along, right?
And we moved to Boston 4 years
No.
ago,
No, but before that,
California.
ah,
Yeah,
was also a job related of your husband?
yeah. Yahoo started with Yahoo, and then Apple.
Very good.
And then my second son was born, Felipe, who's going to be 15.
So one son, Simon, born in Chile. Felipe was born in California.
That's the funny part. None of us was born in the same country.
International family. And how was it in California? Because we're not very close to a jewelry center. How would you
No,
do your mission?
there was a group. It was before the pandemic, so there was a group in Marin County. So we would go and give jewelry to the members who were.
For those who are not familiar with the California, Marin County is after San Francisco. There is a San Francisco city. We cross the bridge, Golden Gate Bridge, and then there's Marin.
Yeah, and then we moved with the mentality of public transportation. I remember carrying Simone from home. I was living in Mountain View, and we would go by bus to Marin County during the week. And it would take us a day to get there. So it was like 2-3 hours to get in Marin County, give service at the center for 2-3 hours, and then catch the bus back. Yeah, so do you guys know, public transportation in California is rough. You are spoiled over here in New York.
Yes, we are.
Good thing.
So, Minister Vanya, she is expert in English teachings. She makes translations from Japanese to Portuguese, editing. So, thanks to her efforts, and not only her, there is this team that they work together. We have many new publications. The first are coming in Portuguese, and then we are also trying to translate them into English. And this is a very important job, and I think we're some assigned the right person.
Every service.
Yeah,
No,
but
not this-
no,
the
yes,
big
but
thing, not big.
it is a crucial job because, of course, we believe someone gives assignments to specific people, and they have to have certain skills, right? She was trained, and also because of her passion. So, what's your feeling in doing this specific mission? I know that
This is
you
really a-
you are not only doing translations, you serve in some other ways, but particularly in this field.
Yeah, that's a very important thing. So I finished college before joining the seminar, the training for girls. When I was about to finish college, and I thought, no, I'm not getting in. I would just continue my life here in Rio, many of us. And then I was starting to go to the copywriting. That was before AI. Copywriting, like correcting text. I didn't speak Japanese. I didn't speak English very well. So my goal was to become somebody that corrects other people's texts,
As
copywriting,
proofreading.
and
Mhm.
I was going that path. And then the training program started, and it's interesting that again, with Mishisama, for Mishisama, for us all, I'm doing the same kind of thing, right?
Mhm.
So text, it's the Mishisama's teaching. So we were chatting yesterday, and it's really important. So we put our lives in God's hand, right?
Mhm.
But you have to know what we want. It's really each in each path, right? 99%. We have to do 99%. So once we know, I mean, of course, wisdom. We need wisdom to know what we want to do. But once we know, God helps us. If it's not going that way, we have to move, and that's how it happens. So I really believe that our will, our desire is very important in everything we do. Right?
Decision.
Decision. Yeah. It's no. It's on God's hand. Yeah, everything is in God's hand. But we have to put our best. So yeah.
Now, what's your next step?
Yeah, so we arrived here 4 years ago, and now we are moving to Belgium. We are moving to Belgium mid-August. That's why I'm being interviewed here today.
Yeah, you want to get the most of her before she goes, right?
So we will be moving. It's my husband's family is there, so it's going to be a good opportunity. It's the first time that the kids will, not the kids, my younger son is coming with us. And it's interesting life, right? So when we move, we have, oh no, I don't need this book anymore, I read. Oh, I don't need this clothes anymore, I read. But then at certain point of life, we start moving and leaving people. So our older son will stay. And yeah, I will be back, I'll be around. In Boston for sure. Yeah, I'll be around. And today with the virtual thing, so we'll be in touch.
Yeah, we'll be in touch, and so
It's just
we
you're
want
getting-
to really wish all the success, right? All the good luck. It is not just another continent, another country, but in terms of our Jure movement, right? We really want things to happen in Europe and in Belgium. We, as far as I know, we never had a Jure center over there. We had in Italy, in Germany, in Spain, in Portugal, in Greece, but never a Jure center in Belgium. Good luck on your mission.
Yeah.
Jure center.
When you remember me, you send me good vibes.
Yes.
There. Yeah. And thank you for everything. It was great to be here. It was really great. While we were here, so we got this amazing, the big scroll. So I believe that's powerful. So yeah.
Yeah, and we want to thank you because, again, in California and here, you've been helping us a lot, and we pray for your mission and pray for ours.
You'll be.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
We're talking about the faith experience. I'd like for Minister to make an announcement.
Hello, everybody, and again, thank you, Reverend Vanya. I would like to make an announcement to you. I'm very proud to announce that we will have, it's coming, the booklet number 2 of our faith experiences in North America. It's on Amazon, thank you very much. On Amazon, so you can already go there and you can begin to see it and buy it. You can buy it just the virtual copy, just online copy, or you can also have a printed version. I would like to thank very much the team that put together all those faith experiences. We have I'll mention Thiago from Atlanta, and also Reverend Vanias is part of the group that put together this and called that, and many others. I'd like to thank very much everyone that participated and are still participating in this project. So I'd like you to check it out. The launching of the booklet 2 will be actually June 15. So on June 15, from that moment on, you will have the book over there. But if you go there, you still find something. But June 15 is when we're going to launch. And also, we want to have a few of those printed copies available here at our Miroku shop, and also printed copy for some Jore centers, so we can have a few of those copies for you to read. So faith experiences, I'd like to especially thank those lay leaders, people who, gave told us their stories, because they are all stories about faith in Meisama, especially faith in Jore, how Jore changed their lives. It's all here. I think it's a very good way for you to know what they did so that changed their lives, what practices they did. So I would like to thank you all very much, especially, again, those who put their names in here. So pretty soon, there will be booklet number 3, and I would like to invite all of you, not just the lay leader, but other people too, to be part of this booklet and tell your story. Okay, thank you very much. Reverend Marco, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Cruz. So, why this celebration, right? Paradise on earth. Meshama received this revelation to climb Mount Nokugiri. That was at the dawn of June 15, 1931. He was accompanied by 28 followers. And he prayed the Amat Noritu as the sun was rising. At that time, he strongly felt a mysterious thing had happened. The night before, he stayed at the temple Nihon. Nihon is the Japanese name for Japan and literally means rising sun. Interesting, there is no other temple in Japan with such a name. Around the temple and the surrounding area, Mishu-sama saw many statues of Buddhist divine beings and priests that had been beheaded. So he realized that the Buddhism had reigned during the age of night. And what he witnessed was a powerful sign of a great change taking place. And subsequent events confirmed to Meishu-sama that the world was undergoing a major transition after 3,000 years, from the age of darkness to the daylight age. This is why we celebrate this very important day today. Actually, we are celebrating, the actual day is June 15th, right? We are celebrating today. Without this transition, the power of Jore would be quite limited if we would have that transition. I mentioned how Meishu-sama confirmed what he had felt, right? This is true for many aspects of our lives. Even when we have intuition or gut feeling, it is essential to confirm and reconfirm that our thoughts and feelings align with God's will. So Meishu-sama didn't just receive a revelation, right? So he thought, I think this is what it means, right? I strongly feel, but I have to have a confirmation to know it is. God revealed to Meishu-sama they need to find a path to true health. Okay. It was up to him to test various methods to arrive at certainty. As a religious scientist, he experimented by treating the sick with affirmations such as, disease go away. And he also wrote words such as purification, offense, and when he was treating the sick, was waving them with the fans, with the kanji, with the character, right? And he noticed some positive results doing those things. However, nothing compared to the results achieved through Jorei, which uses the spirit of fire element of a sun, the spirit of fire, the water element from the moon, and us. We are the soil element. So the light has to pass through us, through the human body, and that's the most powerful thing. Regarding the also this importance, we hear that on February 4th, we celebrate Rishon, is the beginning of spring according to lunar calendar. And Mishusama wrote this. I have told you about the meaning of Rishon every year for some time, so perhaps it's not necessary to speak of it again. However, this is an exceedingly important time for God's plan, and this importance increases each year. Cannot tell too much about it, but all members will notice that purification becomes more severe and intense during this time. This happens both on Rishon and June 15, which are the two major turning points of the year. Changes become more noticeable at these points. However, the spiritual vibrations change differently in February and June. In February, God's action takes a new major direction. In June, the spiritual realm becomes brighter, and the spirit of fire, which is called kaso in Japanese, increases. February is a time of reckoning, a time to pay off spiritual debts accumulated during the age of light. June 15, on the other hand, is when the spiritual realm brightens, and this is reflected in our lives. I, Marco Negro, had several life events that made me reflect on these differences between Rishon and June 15th Paradise on Earth Day. Regardless of my own plans, no matter how well designed were my own plans, I often had to go through a period of purification before participating in this Paradise on Earth service. Then things will begin to unfold smoothly. For example, my visa to come to the US was denied at first, but then was approved on June 16, a day after. I arrived here in the United States on June 23rd, 1989. Exactly 10 years later, on June 23rd, 1999, I was transferred from San Francisco to New York. This year, June 22nd, Reverend Rezende, president of our church in Brazil, and also one of our directors of the Miroku Association, will visit the Orlando Jorei Center. I believe something significant will manifest from his visit. You know what it is. Please join us there if you can make the trip. And regarding the Age of Darkness, I had an interesting experience last year when visiting my sister-in-law in Fukuoka, Japan, Miho's sister. I asked when I was there to visit temples and shrines. And one particular temple stood out. Behind a massive statue of Buddha at the main altar, was really huge, visitors were invited to walk through a pitch dark tunnel, which was behind, almost like would be like our liturgy here, walking behind. It was so dark, I had to hold my sister-in-law's hand to avoid stumbling. The intention of this pitch dark tunnel was for people to reflect. Do you really want to go to a hell like this? Meisama teaches that in the lowest part of the spiritual realm, there is not only total darkness, but also extreme cold. While I only had a taste of the darkness, the experience was chilling, even though the temperature outside was mild. So that's the picture. To bring light to the world, Meisama did not monopolize the light. He created your Hikari sacred focal point, allowing anyone to receive it and become a channel for divine light. You can't get more democratic than that. That's really power to the people, right? And as a child attending the Santo Amaro Jore Center in São Paulo, I remember two individuals to exemplify this. Anyone can serve. One was she was called Dona Mimi, a loving and active woman. She was illiterate, so she couldn't get membership classes per se. But despite that, she was just given basic instructions how to give jore, how to care for the hikari. She served a lot and guided many people. She was wonderful instrument. Another was Tito. Tito was an adult with developmental challenges. He also received your hikari. His father, who was also a member, would regularly bring him to the center. Tito was in his mid-30s when I first met him. Like other kids my age, we loved to receive joy from him because it was just 5 minutes. We would receive joy and run to the center's backyard to play, right? And when an adult received joy from Tito, they always ask, "Oh, a little bit more, please." Okay, so he would give joy like this, right? But many miracles happened through his joy because he was totally pure and innocent. I also shared before that I grew up in Interlagos. It's a neighborhood in São Paulo, which is famous for its racetrack. Nowadays becoming famous because they have also the Lollapalooza music shows over there. So my mother initiated Jolly activities in Interlagos, bringing me along to visit the members. So that's how she was serving. So as a kid, I was visiting this place. And our home there became the local center because there was no real joy center nearby. And as a teenager, I would complain that a lot. There was all these strangers were coming to receive joy. How about my privacy, my precious privacy, right? But she didn't care. Oh yeah, you have privacy problems. Okay, come people, come to receive joy, right? Thank God. If she wouldn't do that, I wouldn't be here today, right? And from there, that was 76. We had the home altar dedicated. 1990, then a mini Joy Center was established, and then became a full-fledged Joy Center. And now Interlagos is in the line to become a regional center with 3 other Joy Centers linked to it, and they are all close to the Guarapiranga sacred grounds. So like this seed that was planted down there, so it is growing. I'm sharing this because that's how we also been expanding here in the United States and Canada. Sometimes there are major cities where we don't have any presence yet, but sometimes a much smaller town that many people haven't ever heard about it. That's where Joy started expanding because they love commitment of someone that decide, okay, I will open my home. Or I know a library that they allow community service. They have a community room, for instance. Maybe I can invite my friend or my relative and give Joy over there. And we will be then aligning ourselves and fulfilling our wishes. This is what I would like to share with you today. And also, just 2 other examples that I would like to bring, because who decides who will become a member, right? It's God. God will give that permission. If there is no permission, then nothing will manifest. And 2 examples I will give. There was a member in Newark, New Jersey, that on the day before the Ohikari presentation. He was at the center and he was playing with some of the members' kids. And they had a kind of a rough play over there. And with this, he broke his arm. Consequently, he was not, he couldn't receive the Ohikari the following day. He had to wait 3 months for his arm to heal. Then he became a member, became a very active member. But it's like this: who and when somebody will become. Another was a lady in San Francisco. She lived 2 hours distant from the center. So she came to get the classes those days before somebody would receive the Ohikari. They will receive 6 classes and then receive the Ohikari. So she made the effort, driving 2 hours, would come to the center. I told her, look, tell about this, who decides it is God, right? But if there are signs that you are not ready, that will be revealed. And one of them, I believe, if you are late on the day of the presentation, that will tell me that you are not ready. Okay, do you accept that? Yeah, but I won't be late. No, just as a preparation, right? It is good that I mentioned to you. So fascinatingly, what happened? So the day of the Ohikari presentation, remember, she had been there twice, not twice, 6 times for the classes. So she knew the address, everything. On the day of the presentation, she was driving around our block, which was not big. It's kind of a small block, but driving around, despite San Francisco being famous for foggy weather, she couldn't locate the center. Right? As if she was spiritually blind. Then after more than an hour that we had the Ohikari presentation, finally I made it. And I said, what happened? I don't know. I was driving, couldn't see where the center was. Isn't that kind of mysterious, right? But remember, I told you, right? Because you didn't come in time, so let's do it some other time. So do you accept? No, yeah, you told me before, right? That's okay. Let me prepare a little better. Let's study a little bit more. So that's what happened. But if things go smoothly, that means the green light is being shown, right? So we are going to receive this permission. So I wish you a great month, right? And success in this fulfillment of the mission. And let's quick discernment. I may have a neighbor, may have a friend, somebody that can be another joy channel. Sometimes we just have to tell them, I would love to receive joy from you. What is joy? Then we explain, or if somebody that already received, right? So I gave to you once, right? Now I can receive joy from you. But me, I'm not that special. I'm not that special either, right? We can all share the light, right? Have a great mission, and congratulations again for today's service. Thank you very much.
This concludes our Paradise on Earth service. Thank you very much for joining us. We wish you a blessed day.